Greetings and welcome to Weekly Kashmir University Video Digest Quest. First, a look at the highlights. 3-day lecture program on mathematical modeling of biological systems concludes. Week-long plantation drive commences in the campus. Workshop on empirical research ends. And we also have a report about other functions and a couple of notifications as well. Now, all these details with your host Nisar Dharma. A 3-day lecture program on mathematical modeling of biological systems organized by the Department of Mathematics in collaboration with National Network for Mathematical and Computational Biology Mohali Node concluded. The program was held at the EMMRC auditorium. During this program, Professor Philip Maney, Professor G. Jayaraman, Professor V.P. Saxena, Professor Joydeep Chattopadhyay, Professor S. Pirzada, and Professor B.A. Ganai and Dr. Sandeep Krishna and many others delivered plenary talks on various thematic topics. Convener of the program, Dr. M.A. Khande, while welcoming the guests, said that theoretical biology and mathematics are interdisciplinary fields.
With a range of applications in biology, biotechnology, medicine, etc. Mathematical biology aims at the mathematical representation, treatment and modeling of biological processes using a variety of applied mathematical techniques and tools. Due to wide diversity of specific knowledge involved, biomathematical research is often done in collaboration between mathematicians, theoretical biologists, physicists, chemists, engineers, life scientists, etc. The main aim to organize this 3-day lecture program is to expose the young researchers to understand the relation among mathematics and life sciences.
Head Department of Mathematics, Professor S. Pirzada, presented a brief profile of the department.
It caters academically with curriculum management to all parts of this Kashmir. The department later on was renamed as Postgraduate Department of Mathematics and Statistics in the year 1988 after the introduction of master's course in statistics. But later on, in 2004, Department of Statistics got separated as an individual department.
Professor Somdatta Sinha from IISER Mohali and co-convener of the program also spoke on the occasion.
To promote the whole area of mathematical and computational biology among students and young researchers across all disciplines. So it's really meant for all the disciplines who are interested in applying mathematical techniques and methods and computational methods to biological problems. The central node gives us money to take care of 4 major programs, 2 of instructional schools, which is primarily meant for students who want to get exposed to what is mathematical and computational biology. It's a 2-week course.
Vice Chancellor Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi opined that Kashmir University should take a lead in setting the norms for others.
There must be so many people in biology who are mathematicians because they have transformed themselves into IT and become bioinformatics individuals and work in biology departments. And I think it's about time that we start really working on things that could perhaps change the paradigm of education and research in Kashmir. We always look at UGC, we always look at what comes from Delhi. We have never actually bothered into providing something which UGC will look at. I think it's about time that we all get together and start perhaps organizing brainstorming sessions to actually start working on these kind of modalities so that, we do not remain restricted to what we do, but we basically do what is really important.
NSS wing of Kashmir University organized a week-long plantation drive. The drive was held in collaboration with Varsity's Landscape Development Division. Students from various colleges and universities took a rally through the campus and assembled at the Zabarwan guest house of the Varsity. Speaking on the occasion, NSS coordinator Professor Nilofer Khan told students and officials that they would plant 300 saplings in the campus.
कि आज हमने ये प्लांटेशन ड्राइव स्टार्ट की, एक हफ्ते की ये प्लांटेशन ड्राइव चलेगी और इसमें हम तकरीबन 300 प्लांट्स जो यूनिवर्सिटी के इर्द गिर्द लगाएंगे और अगर आपकी इजाज़त हो तो हम इधर ज़कूरा की तरफ भी जाएंगे, वहाँ भी स्टूडेंट्स को लेंगे और वहाँ भी स्टार्ट करेंगे थोड़ा सा प्लांटेशन ड्राइव.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Reshi reminded students that without trees, life is not possible and told NSS to take lead in making university a green campus.
हमें कुदरत ने इस पौधों से मालामाल किया था, मगर हमें ये शायद लगता है कि साहब वी हैव टेकन दिस ना ग्रीनरी फॉर ग्रांटेड, और ये भी हो सकता है कि साहब एक ज़माना ऐसा आए कि साहब हमारे पास ये पौधे ना रहें. तो एक तो ये कि जो हमारे पास है इस वक्त विरसा उसको हम बचाएं, और दूसरा ये कि जो हमने ख़राब किया है उसको ठीक करें, और उसमें आप जैसे बच्चों का बहुत ज़बरदस्त अमल दखल रहता है. हम चाहेंगे कि ये भी चाहेंगे कि साहब आप जो पौधे चुने प्लांटेशन के लिए वो भी सही चुने. जो हमारे अपने पौधे हैं जैसे सिट्रस हमारा अपना पौधा है, देवदार, तो वो लगाएं. और एक दिन जब हमें ये सब जगह देवदार ही देवदार नजर आएगा तो हमें एक फ़ायदा भी होगा, एक एम्बियंस भी बढ़ेगी और कुछ दूसरा हमें फाइनेंशियल फ़ायदा भी मिलेगा, ज़्यादा मेंटेन नहीं भी करना पड़ेगा, और एक आइडेंटिटी जो है हमारे इस कश्मीर की ये सिट्रस का पौधा, तो उसकी हम आबियारी भी हम इस इंस्टीट्यूशन में करें.
Responding to Registrar's assertion, NSS Program Officer Mr. Tariq Abdullah said that they are going to acquire 3,000 saplings for plantation.
कि हमने एक और इसमें कोशिश की है कि हम 3,000 सैपलिंग्स एक्वायर कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम रहीम ग्रीन्स, और वो हम मुख्तलिफ कॉलेजों में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे और उस मुहिम को हम जारी रखेंगे इस पूरे महीने.
Poet Zarif Ahmed Zarif stressed the need to inculcate consciousness toward environment right from the beginning.
तेल रोज ये ग्रीनरी तो यथ पे नाज सो कशीर यस जन रूम यथ प्राटन आय, अगर अमुक ये इराद करव अहन सा ववो कुल वो जहनस मज, अगर काड़न मज कुल रुवो तेल रोज प्रथ कुन चीजस मज सब्जार तो ग्रीनरी यह आसन यह असलाफो सानियो रोचमुत सह अगर सानियो असलाफो बून रुव अस कोर शुहुल तमुक, अगर आज कुल ववो सन इन वोल नसल कर तमुक शुहुल, मेव कुल ववन मेव खेनस कुल ववन तो शुहुल करनस, लिहाजा यथ कशीर आय वारियाह वराग तो वारदात गस, यम किन यह मोज कशीर आसि सरसब्ज आसित तमिस सोरुई तिम रूम प्राटित नी.
Dean Academic Affairs Professor Muhammad Ashraf Wani declared that planting a tree was a culture for Kashmiris.
बे सानी कल्चर कलेक्टिव मेंटलिटी तमे मूजूब इत पे वो कि बोन जाय जाय रुचम, हालांकि बोन एज सच कह इकनॉमिक वैल्यू की, मगर यह कल्चर कि बोन हसा रुवन कुल कोट हसा रुवन तो यह अहम हिस्सा. तमे मूजूब वचान इवन यहाँ यूतान तान ग्रीनरी हूँ ताल्लुक अमुक एहसास कि सन आइडियालजी थिंकिंग ये कि अकिस पर्टिकुलर ग्रुपस मतलब मशहूर ऋषि तम दपान कि सब्जस पे गि पकुन तक जू.
Vice Chancellor Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi expressed satisfaction that over the years the consciousness among the people towards protecting ecosystem has grown.
हर वरिय हर दो वर्चुअली यीतिस कालस अस प्लांटेशन हको कर वह गो यह एम्फसाइज करने खतर अकिस बेस तान वातावरण खतर यह दो इवान मनाव. हालांकि अंग्रेज 200 वरी ब्रोट बनावान यह दो, तो अस गई मे दोप तथ तिमन ये फर्क कि अस वन एजुकेशनल अवेयरनेस ये आमज कि गई कॉन्शियस. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अगर ये स्टेज पे वो तक मान गो यह कॉन्शियस सोसाइटी. तो पज करन यह कि अगर यतन तुम कह कथ बूजू यह पकन ब्रोट कुन ताकि यह प्लांटेशन ड्राइव गि तिस मजबूत गन कि इट एक्चुअली ट्रांसफॉर्म्स दिस सिटी ये गर्द तूफान वबार पता आय कम मुश्किलात आय सहलाब आव वह ज्यादा रीजन यह कर खतर कि बनावन ग्रीन यो योत यूनिवर्सिटी यज कह यूनिवर्सिटी नबर तुस जाय यन तुम हेकू पन्ने जाय कह कन्विंस कर कि यह गोस प्लांटेशन ड्राइव हसा गस ब्रोट पकन ततन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तवे बचन हुंद यथ मज यून सठा इंपॉर्टेंट क्या तम रोजन कॉन्शियस ज्यादा पहन कॉन्शियस तम हेकन बाकियन बचन कॉन्शियस कर तो यह गस जनरेशन पे जनरेशन ब्रोट कुन.
Later, the Vice Chancellor, along with others present on the occasion, planted a few saplings. A week-long workshop on the application of empirical research using micro-level data of NSSO for effective policy planning and research concluded. The workshop was organized by Department of Economics in collaboration with Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India. Head Department of Economics, Professor Ifat Yasmin, presented the welcome address.
We have initiated a process of imparting training on innovative and technology-based research tools. In fact, this workshop is that particular process we are continuing again. So it is fourth in row since December 2013. With regard to this particular workshop, one distinguishing feature of this workshop is that we conducted the same workshop in June last year. And it was, in fact, the positive and very effective and very encouraging feedback which encouraged us to have one more workshop on the same theme.
Director NSSO, Regional Office Srinagar, Mr. Altaf Hussain Haji, presented a brief profile on his organization.
One of the allocation business of the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is conducting nationwide sample surveys on various socio-economic aspects such as employment, consumer expenditure, housing conditions, debt and investment surveys, land and livestock holdings, literacy, education, health surveys, unorganized manufacturing surveys.
Director Academic Staff College, Professor G.M. Sangmi, in his lecture said that the Department of Economics has moved forward from teaching to imparting training, which is an appreciable step.
I think this is a thrust of the University Grants Commission and the new education policy which is likely to come in the year, within a few months. The lead taken by this department to organize such activities where really the on-the-job training was imparted. What we generally call apprenticeship type of training was, the skill set was provided to the scholars, to the students, and to the faculty members who really know how to pursue, conduct, organize the research activities.
Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Muhammad Ashraf Bani, impressed upon participants that gathering and generating information and then interpreting is important to understand the problems of a society.
Why this unemployment, or why this price rise, or why this slowdown, why this, why that? So, because there are different factors which conjure up in shaping a particular situation. So there also you have to, you have to get insights from different disciplines. This is my shakayat with the students of political science, with the students of economics, that they only show the data. Showing simple data is not the job of a researcher. It is the interpretation. Interpretation, research means interpretation of the facts. If the facts have been jama kiye, then you interpret these facts.
Later, certificates were distributed amongst the participants of the workshop. Department of Persian held a 5-day workshop on preventive conservation of manuscripts. The inaugural function was held in the International Resource Cell of Allama Iqbal Library. Speaking on the occasion, librarian Dr. Abdul Majid Baba stressed the importance of 5-day workshop.
Today's workshop, 5 days workshop, it directly pertains to Oriental languages and as well as to the library professionals. This is an important workshop. Manuscripts, it is an important aspect, important subject, not discussed in the Kashmir University or J&K state. It is to be widely discussed about the preservation and conservation of manuscripts at global level.
Professor Ajay Pratap Singh, member of National Mission for Manuscripts, said that there are so many sources wherefrom information can be traced. But manuscripts are important to understand the culture of a nation.
I think that in terms of information resources, it is very much similar. From grandparents, we receive experiences about past achievements, about the history, about the background of our family, society. From manuscripts, yes, we used to see all those messages which we cannot observe through present society.
Dean Academic Affairs Professor M.A. Vani said that Indian literature is incomplete without the philosophy, poetry and politics of Kashmir.
Sanskrit, the achievements which Kashmir made during many thousands of years and for which Kashmir is still being remembered. Please note that today Indian philosophy, poetics, literary theory is incomplete without the contribution that the Kashmiris have made. And even you will find not only even something which you call postmodernism, those insights also you will find there. And if you want to know what was the place of Kashmir in learning, then talk to the people who are well versed in Sanskrit scholars. They will tell you. And this all is preserved in these manuscripts, which are lying there in the cupboards, or recently they were digitized. It was our responsibility.
Assistant Professor of Persian Department, Dr. Jahangir Iqbal, conducted the proceedings of the function.
यहाँ तशरीफ फरमा बाकी पार्टिसिपेंट्स, असातिद हजरात, रिसर्च एसोसिएट्स, प्रोजेक्ट फेलोज, मैनस्क्रिप्ट सेक्शन जो अयालत जम्मू कश्मीर की तरफ से यहाँ मौजूद है, उनके यहाँ नुमाइंदा हजरात, सूफी साहब, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का तहे दिल से शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि हमें मौका दिया इस किस्म का प्रोग्राम यहाँ ऑर्गेनाइज करवाने का.
Now, some important notifications. The Centre Notice for Annual Examination of BA, BSc, BBA, BCA, MCMP, BCom, Fazila, BA Honours, BCom Honours, first year is out. The interview for the engagement of contractual lecturers in the subject of economics shall be held on 18th of April at 11 a.m. The objective type written test for the post of programmer and assistant programmer North and South campuses shall be held on 26th April at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. respectively in the examination halls of the Humanities block. To know the complete details of all these notices, log on to kashmiruniversity.ac.in or kashmiruniversity.net. With this, we come to the end of today's program. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com to watch the latest episode of The Quest. Send us your suggestions at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I sign off, here are a few words of wisdom. Necessity is blind until it becomes conscious.